Hi everyone, welcome from Acumen Accounting. Today's video is all about bounce back loans. As we all know, in this difficult time, most of the businesses have accessed this funding to support their businesses. And we receive number of queries and the list of questions. So what we have done is we shortlisted these questions and we basically come up with these 3 questions which are mostly asked to us. Number 1 is if I don't pay back the bounce back loan. Number 2 is if I close my company before I pay back the bounce back loan. And number 3 is if I genuinely cannot pay back the bounce back loan. And the last one is what happens if I spend the money personally. These are the 4 very most asked questions, the people who have took this loan out. So what I will do is I will give you my answers and what we understand regarding this bounce back loan. So if you have took that loan out, we understand it is not a normal time we live in. It's a difficult time for all the businesses and it's not going to be easy even in the next year. So the payments will kick in from maybe in next year in June, July time. Depends when you took the money out, because for the first 12 months there's no repayment. The repayment will start next month. So the first question is if I don't pay back the bounce back loan. First, you need to understand it's not a gift, it's a loan. So there's no option not to paying it back. You have to pay it back. You need to be careful where you spend it and how you're going to use this money, because that loan is backed by a government 100%. That doesn't mean you are not going to pay that back. Some people have some misunderstanding regarding the guideline on it, but it's very straightforward. It's a loan, it's not a gift, so you need to pay it back. Otherwise, there will be consequences. Credit agency will be in your door and asking for the money back. Number 2 question is if I close my company before I pay back the bounce back loan. This is a very common question been asked by so many people. So that's why we selected the question. So if you're looking to close a company by a solvent liquidation, you need to make sure you have read the guideline on liquidation and the insolvency. It's not easy. It's not straightforward just closing your company down. The DS1 form is not the solution. You need to go through a proper route for the liquidation. This is a very expert area. You need when you're going to decide to close your company down, you need to let all the creditors know. So the creditors will have objection on it. If you try to do by DS01 form, the company will do the objection, especially the banks who has given you the money. So you will be stuck and the company will not be closed. So you need to do it the proper way. And I must recommend you must speak to a fully qualified person in the financial sector or fully qualified accountants. We have a team of fully qualified professional chartered accountants at Acumen Accounting. And if you need advice, just simply go to our website and make an appointment and we will discuss with you all the outcomes. Number 3 is if I genuinely cannot afford to pay the money back. So in most of the cases, what will happen is some business will survive and some business will not survive. So that loan is to support you in the difficult time, and there will be businesses out there who will close down and genuinely go into the liquidation. So if you thinking about your business is genuinely struggling, I strongly recommend you approach to your lender, speak to them and explain them the situation where you are in. As we know, the repayment from 6 years is extended to 10 years. And then this will give you a bit of an option to pay less monthly payments as compared to previously when you have a 6 years repayment plan. So speak to your creditors, explain them your situation, and this will save you not going into insolvency and you go into the liquidation. So that's the option you available. Don't sit and do nothing, because if you just decided to do nothing and your business is struggling, and what will happen is you end up ending up in so much stress. and you will ending up losing some of your asset. As we understand, your personal assets, including your home and your vehicle, is safe, but if you have any other assets, they are not safe. They could approach to these assets and can claim that money back. So the last one is, what happens if I spend the money personally? As a director and the owner of your company, you are entitled to take that money personally as a drawing, as a director loan. But if you have read the terms and condition of this loan, it's clearly say, and you must have signed that declaration which say, I or we confirm that this money will be used for my business purpose and not for the personal use. So if you have used that money for personal purposes, and when you're going to close your company, or for example doing an insolvency, that is not going to help you, because you have to prove that where you have spent that money, where you have used that money, and if that money is not used for the business, you could ending up in big troubles, and you could have a ban for not being a director of that company in next for 15 years, and this could damage you personally. So whenever you're thinking about using that money, you need to look at the terms and conditions you have signed, and the main thing was to generate an economic activity with that funds you have loaned from the bank. This is very straightforward. So some of the people who have used that money personally, which you shouldn't have done it, and if you have used it personally, you need to put money back into your business, so in future you don't get in trouble. As a director, you could be banned and you could get the disqualification from the court. And these are very serious matters. You need to look at them very carefully, and it's not just a random thing. So these are the most asked questions by most of the viewers we have on our YouTube. But if you think you have any other question, you can just simply leave a comment at the bottom of this video, or you can send us a private message. We at Acumen Accounting have a fully qualified chartered accountant team. So any questions, anything you wanted to discuss regarding the outcome of these loans or the liquidation or the insolvency, we are here to help you. We are here to talk to you. And again, if you're struggling with your businesses, we also have a team who can sit down with you and do financial planning. Again, thank you for listening us. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye for now.